Hello, everyone. All right. So it's great to see everyone here. All right. First we have Thomas David here with us. I'm very excited and happy to have Thomas David with us especially in the first of our series here. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure actually for me to be here. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
very excited about this webinar and the software and all. Like this is a game changer for sure.
yeah. So a brief introduction about Thomas David here. He's the founder and the owner of this YouTube channel, Sourcing Monster. So if you guys, want to know more about FBA and stuff, you can definitely drop by his YouTube channel. There's a lot, tons of things to be learned from his YouTube channel. Me personally, I learned a lot from him as well. Yeah. So and things like it's pretty coincidental, as we talk and stuff, right? Then we realize, we have a common friend and stuff. Yeah. The world is so small,
Yeah,
especially in FBA world. Yeah.
for
So
sure.
all right. So let's jump into the deep end of the pool today. All right. So like or maybe like just a brief introduction about me and Daniel here. All right. So we are from Scaleinsights. So we are the co-founders of Scaleinsight together with Liu and other partners as well. So we are planning this series here, to in order to help the members in our group, to grow further in their FBA business and to better make use of our software skill insights here, definitely. All right. So, all right. So let's start this exciting session here. All right. So, Tom, you got to guide us, man. You are so experienced in doing videos, channels, and stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So, I came across, like Scaleinsights and you guys through another group that I'm part of Brendan Young, Inner Circle.
Yeah.
And, I tried before a lot of automations and tools. And what I love about this tool that it's totally different than the other AI-based tools that you control the process. So you bring your own philosophy, you plug it into the tool, and you create your own rules, or you can use the preset rules that are already there. And the whole idea is to replace, for me, is what to replace what I'm doing every day manually. I tried outsourcing my PPC to agencies. I tried to use tools like Perpetua, Celix, all these, Helium 10, because this is taking big chunk of my day, like at least 1 to 2 hours every day I would spend on PPC. And even with that, I wouldn't do even job that is close to what I'm doing now with Scaleinsights. So for me, it's really changing my business. And like I told you before, I'm in the process now of selling. Next 3 weeks, we're gonna go to market. So it's not just about this business that it changed the numbers that will allow me to exit for more, but it will also, I'm already planning the future, what I can do with it for my future brands. So
Wow.
I'm totally excited about this tool. And I know that you are really into improving it every day. I talk with Luke and I tell him, look, you should do this or that. And sometimes he tells me, look, we're already working on it. It should be released in the next few weeks or this week. So this is really exciting for me to be able to, first of all, work very close to you guys and get to know about this tool better and what it can actually do. So I'm super excited and pumped about it. And I do have a video that I cover. It's like 30 minutes video that's me covering how I'm using it, what I'm doing it. I don't know if you want to get deep into it now. I think that we will have to share screen and all of that. But basically, I'm doing my manual work was mainly to really look into bid adjustments. And with other tools like Perpetua or some other AI based that you just plug, that you're limited with what you can do. You just plug in a target ACOS and the system, let you, the system works for you and try to optimize bids, import keywords, try to find new stuff and try to optimize it so you get to the target ACOS. But there are a lot of things on the background that are happening that you can't really control. And when sometimes it works good, when things don't work well, that's when, you know, it's very challenging to deal and start working and optimizing things with those tools. So with Scaleinsights, what I did, I just started to, first of all, analyze. So I got those emails. First of all, I was hooked in by those part 1, part 2, part 3 videos that you sent to someone
Yeah.
that just subscribed. And I was like, this is something that I never heard before. The philosophy of actually spending less, day parting. We all knew that. But you know, you hear it from people that actually using those strategies like you guys, and it makes a whole difference. So I was like, okay, like this is something new. I want definitely to explore it more. So
Which part, like which part of the video hook you in, you know, if you were to just name one part that give you the more
I think
deepest
they're all good.
impression?
Yeah, I think they're all good. Part 1 was definitely like teased me, and I was like into like want to see that part 2. The same with part 3, and then I was waiting, where's part 4? And I'm like telling you, look, you guys have glitch in the system. There is no part 4. And then Daniel, I remember in the call, and they said no, it's not ready yet. So hopefully it's gonna be
Yeah.
ready very soon, so people can enjoy this, because this is good stuff. I'm really
Yeah, because
excited. Like,
recently, you know, we have a lot of people coming in, especially from Brandon Young's group. So, so we are trying to tune the system so that it's more well-oiled, you know, for everyone to use it uh in a faster manner, you know. So
yeah.
just curious, like how long have you been using Skill Insights?
If I'm not, I think it's good, like maybe 2 months now. Um, and I don't know how long the actual the tool exists. Maybe you can give us some info about like when you started this, when it was available to people to use it.
Well, we actually officially started like this year, you know, at the start
Uh-huh.
of this year, but it started long before this because we have been using it for our own. It started off like Liu, you know, developing for his own software, for his own business. In fact, like 2 to 3 years ago, you know, and he was looking for ways to automate his business. Then it born Skill Insights, and Luke, you know, Luke being Luke, right? He's so always so readily, you know, give and stuff. And he said like, Daniel, Leslie, like, why don't you try the software? And we try it and we like it, and right now we are part of it also. Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe let's maybe shift the topic a little bit. You know, people has been hearing about like Skill Insight and stuff. You know, they must be like, oh, okay, you guys, you know, from Skill Insights here talk, and you want to keep talking about Skill Insights, then they must drink, you know, maybe we can talk about something else right now, like to that maybe we can
Yeah,
talk something that's
yeah,
more
I
related
think
about PPC right now. What do you think?
yeah, for sure. But I want to give a little background on how I got into Scaleinsights, and then I'll tell you guys how I'm using it really, why it changed my numbers and why it was so important, especially at this time of the year for me. So when I started really, so after really watching that video, I started to really learn the system. I watched all the videos. A lot of them were very easy to understand. A lot of some of them didn't make sense to me, so I had to really ask Luke and the support. And when I really understand how it works, I started really with one campaign, one ad group, just to see the results. The next day came to the
The
change report.
single campaign.
Yeah, just no single keyword campaign, just one campaign, just to test it out.
Oh
Obviously,
yeah.
start small, see that it works according to what I wanted to do, and not really put all my campaigns there, and then it's gonna, you know, maybe mess
Yeah.
up because I don't know how to use it. So I
Yeah,
did
exactly. This is
one.
what we advise as well. No, don't put everything like when you're first step getting started, you know.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna be a mess if something wrong or you put the wrong kind of rules. So
yeah.
it, I went to the change log the next day, and like boom, I see that it's updating, and there was some things that were missing, and then look at it and like right away the next day, and I'm like, wow, this is like really cool. And then started to shift more and more campaigns. Even now, I'm still adding more rules and doing it slowly, so I can understand and have enough confidence. And what it really created, it's doing much better job because it's covering the whole campaign. So what I would do every day is I would focus on two type of like every day 2 or 3 campaigns and optimize them, because I didn't really have enough time. So here it's really optimizing everything for me. And the only work I do, it's really literally, I just come, check 5-10 minutes the change log. This is something I do daily. I just change. I see what happened. I see also what keywords were imported and stuff like that. And then I just focus on marketing. So for me to be able to focus on especially conversion optimization this month and on November allowed me to grow my sales. I don't know if it's only because of that, but we're like 50% more than last year. So
50% more than last year.
Yeah, so this is really amazing, and it's
but last year is a good year, right? Because it's COVID, you know.
And it was a good year, and you know how important it is for selling. So you know, you show a good trend, you show a good graph, and you know the multiples could go up dramatically. So you know, I can say that Scaleinsights helped me a lot about this.
At the time that you're selling your business right now.
Yeah. And I, you know, for me, PPC is something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm doing definitely like for sure like 11, 12 years now. Since Google Ads came, even before Facebook ads was like exist, I was doing PPC and SEO and those kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm not really afraid of doing mistakes, always trying new traffic sources. I'm going to talk a little bit about external traffic.
And this is something I'm very excited about as well.
Yeah, this is for me, you know, very like also like something very powerful that I tried in the last few months. I tried it even 2 years, didn't really work. I tried it like at least 4 or 5 times, sending external traffic from Google to and other sources like Pinterest and YouTube, and it didn't really perform well. But I'm very happy that I gave it another, like after 3 or 4 times, another chance this year. And it works amazingly with the brand referral bonus that I'm getting. It's actually covering like the cost of the traffic itself. What about the rankings that you get out of it too? So it's really halo effect that really creates like pushing all your organic keywords up, and it's really amazing.
You mentioned about brand referral. Is that something related to like the affiliates that you're talking about? Like, you know, Amazon affiliates.
What? I'm sorry, say it again.
You are talking about brand referral. Is it something related to the Amazon affiliate?
So this is a new program that they came up with this year that allow for people that send external traffic using attribution links to get 10% for every sale that they bring. Okay. So if you send traffic and though you get converted, you actually and I sent a screenshot there. I think it's the last 60 days I got back like $1,400 from Amazon. So I instead of what I do, I take this budget and I pump it back into Google Ads. So it's kind of like a free money that you get from Amazon because you bring all these sales. So this is something cool that you know, in one of the videos that I was recording, I knew that there is such a program, but I actually showed this report and I was like, oh wow, like I'm getting all this money back from Amazon. So that was really nice. But
some nice extra sales.
Yeah, but what is really nice is that when you send all this traffic, and at first, maybe 2 months ago, I used actually two-step URL on top of the attribution link. We all know now that it's kind of against TOS, so I removed it, and it doesn't really, and it still works. So you know, people saying, "Oh, we can use two-step URL, we can still." You have to adjust. You know, it's not just for you; it's for everyone else. Those changes, and this is really works great.
So do you mind revealing like what are the URL that you're using right now?
What is that?
You know, do you mind revealing what are the URL that you're using right now?
The UI?
The URL that you are using right now.
Just direct URL to the listing. But yesterday I had a call with it's a program called Empt, and what they do is they replace my manual work. So when you send traffic from Google, because you can't have your own pixel on the Amazon landing page, you can't really track which keyword, which ad, which effort that you did with your external traffic brought you the sale. You just know in general, like more the 360 approach. Okay, I put that amount of money and I got X amount of sales, and you can kind of analyze it from top view. But what I did is, before I knew about Amp, is I created separate ad group per keyword, and for each ad group I created a specific attribution link. So that allowed me to pinpoint and say, okay, this attribution link with that keyword gave me that sale, so that I can double down on that keyword and then reduce bid for the keywords that don't perform. So that was a manually tedious work, very time-consuming task that discouraged me from doing more tests. And then I came across AMP, which have access to the API of Amazon. So you only use one destination link, one URL with a template, and they can track the results for every keyword without having separate ad groups. So this is something that I'm testing right now. So what is cool about it, yesterday I had a call with their, I don't know if it's their development guy, but they said, he told me that you can actually send the traffic to your storefront and still get the results per keyword. So this is really exciting, because instead of having one customer one product per all the ads, all keywords, all traffic that I'm sending, I can send them to a landing page within my storefront that have 10 options that will fit him. And then the chance of him converting is much higher, as you know. So this is something that I'm going to test actually today. I'm going to really implement this and take action and see how it works. So this is really, really exciting.
Yeah, this is what I admire Tomer about. He's always testing, he's always trying a lot of different things here. So
Right.
so
So
he's
Tomer,
very adventurous. Yeah.
Whatever that you test, do you usually upload it onto your YouTube channel? Is that what you usually do?
Yeah, I love to share. Like, I think that I share 99% of the things. Sometimes, people tell me, don't. I got actually few emails from people. Don't share that. Take this video off. I don't want more people to know about this. Please take it off. I'm doing it for X amount, and I don't want more people to know about it.
Sure.
But I think it's really the wrong mindset. It's a mindset of scarcity, and I trust who I am. I know that the results I'm getting, it's because what I'm doing. It's not because the techniques, right? So, the techniques and the knowledge is available. If someone wants it bad enough, he will find the info. He will get into the groups, whether it's black hat, gray hat, or just white hat,
Totally agree. So on that note, right, I'm hearing some kind of like chatter from the audience, and they're saying, hey, Domer, we want to find out, you mentioned there's this new PPC campaign that allow you to get amazing results. Right? Could you kind of share that with us, because you mentioned you're going to share like 99% of your stuff. So let's hear it.
Yeah, for sure. Right. So it's all about like Leslie said, I like to test because maybe a lot of the tests are not going well, but it only takes 1 or 2 tests to really make a big difference. And with that campaign, that was really helping us get like ton of sales for very cheap. So this type of campaign that I got, I'm not sure what is the results. Like, do you have the screenshot in front of you? I think it was.
Let me go get a screenshot. Right, you go ahead, and
it's
then
14% ACOS, and I see it now. So it's 14% ACOS with $2,700 spend and $20,000 in sales. I was able to get the 14% ACOS with optimized for impression campaign. So the Amazon rolled out, as you know, they're rolling out so many new features within advertising console, which is really cool to have. And one of the feature was for display campaigns, not just optimized for, the regular model of pay-per-click. You pay for the clicks that you got. You pay per impressions, per 1,000 impressions. So you define for each ASIN or each category that you're targeting, how much you're willing to spend per 1,000 impressions, and you test it out. So why it worked so good for this specific campaign? I think that if you just create this type of campaign with the normal creative, which is just showing your picture of your main image, the text, and the add to cart, it's not gonna perform well. Why? Because it's the same like the regular display. And why we're using, you have to understand why we're using the optimized for impression is that we trust the copy that we have that will grab people attention, and the CTR will be so high that we will get a lot of clicks for relatively cheap if we compare it to the regular model of CPC.
Right. So you mentioned sponsored display, optimized for impressions. and make sure you have a kick-ass kind of like a image so you get huge CTR. And that has
Yes.
allowed you to get the kind of results.
Yes. So invest in copy, invest in the creative.
Right.
Have something and analyze, not just have a copy that you think that is good. Go to your competitors, try to see what colors they have in their listing, and try to come up with colors that are standing out, or something that people will look at it and they wouldn't be able to continue scrolling. They will have to stop. So
Sure.
that's what I did. So I had a product in the health space, I would say. And I put like really something that someone is like, they're kind of have to stop and see this ad. And that's what I think attributed to these great results. It didn't work for all my campaigns, I must admit. But again, you have to test, see what works for your product. And hopefully you will have 1 or 2, 3, 4 winners like that.
Right. So for something like this, is there something that you can automate from here, or it's kind of like after you found the winning, image copy, then how do you scale it from there?
Yeah, so this is a little tricky. Why? Because it takes a lot of time for the data to come in.
Sure.
Unlike regular campaigns where you wait a day or two and then the numbers are there, or even like a couple of days, with this type of display campaign, I don't know why, you can see like if that was weird. That happened to me. So after a week, I saw like 500% ACOS. And I'm like, what's going on here? I stopped the campaign.
Okay.
Then I came a week after, so 2 weeks after I launched it, and I see like 30% or 40% ACOS. So I'm like, what's going on here? So definitely there is delay in the data. And because of that, I still didn't plug it into Scaleinsights.
Sure.
And I still do it manually.
Right. Yeah, I think sponsored display is kind of new, right? Currently, I mean, in terms of attribution, do you find that the delay is very often happening?
Yeah. With all these campaigns, it's happening. I'm not sure why, but I guess it's I guess they aggregate the data from external sources, and it's not just Amazon. I don't know.
Right. I think you also mentioned something along the lines of the amount of daily negation. I see our discussion over here. You did quite a bit of automation in terms of negation, right? Could you just kind of like share a little bit about that?
Yes. So you have this amazing tool of was also for me very exciting, because you have like 10 campaigns for the same ASIN, right? And what the tool does, it's actually aggregating all the search terms from all these campaigns. I mean, Scaleinsights, and it's fine. So it separates each word from each search term, and then it's telling you, let's say, whenever people are clicking or having this exact word, let's say flowers, within all these search terms, you're not getting any sales. So you most likely want to negate this as phrase match for all these campaigns, or you're not going to waste money and target So this is something that I already thought about. I knew that, but to do it manually is just really impossible, I think.
I think most of our audience over here, right, they're Scaleinsights users, but do you have a specific like threshold of the rule that you use, like after how many clicks, or when do you negate? Because I think there's this balance of negating too aggressively, right? Then you miss out opportunities, and then negating kind of like too passively, right? Then you end up with a lot of unwanted traffic. I think that's the thing that people have on top of their mind, right? So do you have like some rules that you use, specific thresholds?
Do you set the rules in Scaleinsights?
Yeah, so the rule that I'm using, actually, it's the default rule.
Oh, right. Okay.
But I mentioned something back like on Monday when we had this call about doing the manual work. So Scaleinsights can't help you when it's one click here or there. So what we do is our VAs, they go every day, download the previous day search term report, whether that's also in Google Ads, by the way, because on Google Ads, you get like ton of wasted traffic that is not relevant. So if you don't do this on Google Ads, and if you do Google Ads, then this is a missed opportunity. So we download the search term report for the previous day, and she actually go manually, which takes 5 to 10 minutes. But what it will do, it will really change the performance of the campaign and the signals that you send to Amazon algo. So basically you find, and you try to find manually things that don't make sense. but those things that don't make sense won't appear so many times. So a tool, the automation tool, can catch it.
Right.
So it's here, one click
Okay.
and there. But then if you do it daily, it's the compound effect.
Okay.
Your campaign's performance will go up dramatically.
Okay, let me see if I understand you correctly. So prior to you using Scaleinsights, you used to have like VAs going daily to look at the search term reports, looking for all these kind of like one-click kind of stuff, right? Okay,
They still do it.
Right. So what were you able to automate in that sense? Because if, let's say a VA is still doing it.
I can't automate this. It's
a
human eye, because again, it's not enough data to really automate this. It's one click there, and it's always different words.
Right.
So maybe I'll try to give an example.
Okay.
So you have this, let's say, coffee mug, right? So, and you sell it for adults. So sometimes you have coffee mug for like I don't know, maybe it's 4 years old. Okay?
Yeah, coffee mug. That's that in the world. Something like that.
No, something that is not really relevant for
sure.
Not
really relevant. Okay.
Yeah, you know that when people searching for it, they won't buy it, never, ever. So you try to find those specific words and you add them as phrase, so they won't show up again. So for example, if you sell like cream for hands, and then you say cream for feet or foot.
Right.
You know it's not gonna convert. You know.
Okay.
So we do it.
Okay.
We exclude it manually.
So what you're saying is, on top of the negation rule, you have an additional kind of a process to filter out some of these one-click words. Yeah. Okay. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
But I have to say that maybe at the beginning it takes like more time, but then it's like a 5 minutes process because the compound effect, you don't have a lot of those search terms coming more and more because you do it every day.
Right. Okay. So I think you also mentioned about the import rule. I think most of our audience, right? Okay, they kind of like one more insight in terms of what do you import, and perhaps how do you actually structure the campaigns, right? I think that's really important, right? Importing is easy to automate, then, but what do you do with that? Maybe can you share some insight?
The import rule for me, it's really changed a lot of the performance. Why? Because we all know that you have to go to your auto campaigns, go and look at the search terms and import them. But when it's manually, it's very discouraging. It's like it's hard process, unless you build process, you give it to other people and then you forget about it. But it's very time consuming process. And because of that, honestly, on my campaigns and my PPC, I didn't do it that often. And when I saw that you can do it systematically with a tool, you just set the rule and you let it work, it really changed, especially for new launches. And not just for launches. And I give scenarios. For new products that you launch, what I do usually, I create 3 types of campaigns: auto, manual, and product targeting. Then I add the video. Later on, I add the video ads and some other type of campaigns. But these are the main 3 campaigns that I created first. So for each, for the manual campaigns, I create 20 keywords, the most 20 relevant keywords, and I let it run. And then you get sales from those keywords. And instead of going every day and importing it manually, the tool is now imported those that got got sales, and we bid on them. And what it creates like more rankings, it creates more sales, lower A cost. It's just like, it's simple, but this works. And why it works? Because instead of not doing it, because when it's manually, you're not going to do it most likely, especially when it's a scale. Like if you have 1 campaign or 2, 1 product, it's fine. But if you have 20, 30, 40 ASINs, you want to focus your time more on doing some more impactful things. So you leave it aside. For me, I would just left it aside. It's not because we didn't know the importance, it's because we had more important things in the use of our time. So this is really amazing for new campaigns, and not just for new campaign or new ASINs or new launches, because I have a product that's actually finding weird search terms. Getting sales, very weird. Like I would never think that people would search for something like that and buy, and it's importing them and bidding on them. And then you see like a search page with products not even related to my product, but I'm like result 1 or in the video ad, and I'm getting sales for them. So these things that I would never really be able to do manually or find. So it's a really game changer. This is what it's a secret weapon, really. It's a secret weapon that I have now that I'm so excited that I can really, most of people won't use. So I hope you don't go public, okay?
but that's
Unfortunately, it's
where
already
that's
live.
where we want to get at, right? With your help, we'll be with you and the rest of the people using and Luke, we will get that together, right? So just kind of drill down a little bit, right? Because you mentioned that when you launch your product, okay, you have an auto, manual, then product targeting, then you move on to video ads, right?
And
So
display right now.
Sorry?
And display right now as well.
Display, right? So when you import them, do you import them into kind of like a separate campaign, and then you have a different bid structure, or kind of like how do you do it?
No, and I'm still exploring the tool, by the way.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm saying, it's from my own experience, but there's so much things that I have to learn and experiment. Right. So whatever I'm saying now might not be relevant like in a month from now, because I'm still adjusting. Right now, what I'm doing is like for product targeting campaign, I'm doing every sale, like for the ASIN, import. So even if a sale came from a display campaign, a product targeting display campaign, I want that ASIN into a normal product targeting campaign. So I import it into there. Why? Because it's probably relevant, right? I want to import it there as well. The same with the keyword biddings. So if a video ad got me a sale for a specific term, I want to take it and put it in a manual regular product targeting campaign, right? So right now it's more in the ASIN level. But later on, when I have more time, I'm definitely gonna really like filter it and do it more targeted and with more rules. The same with the bidding rules. At first, what I did, everything that have like 10 more than 10 clicks and 0 sales, I just told them reduce it by 10 cents. Just to start, because if you will start and think about all these rules, all the things that you have to do, you will be discouraged. So I just wanted to start. So I just plugged it in, and then I'm doing, I'm adjusting. And now it's more based on specific ranges. If it's between 10 to 20 clicks, do X. If it's 20 to 30, do Y. More optimizing.
Okay. Let me try to summarize what you mentioned. So what you say was that when you first begin, okay, instead of trying to like do a big bang, try to achieve 20 things, you kind of use like the default settings. Then you kind of like tweak it a little bit, right? Okay, maybe more clicks before we adjust the bids, so and so forth. This is kind of like how you approach it.
Yeah, in everything that I do, I believe that you have to start. Don't wait. If you wait for it to be perfect, it's not gonna happen.
Sure. So I'm just curious, right? How many ASINs are you actually automating right now, right? In terms of your campaigns, right?
I think it's like 40 or 40. And you know what?
30 or 40, all right? Okay.
You know what's cool about Scaleinsights is that I sell in Europe, and I have another seller account that I also was able to connect. Yeah. And with the European campaigns, honestly, I would touch them once a month because lack of time. Because I didn't really have time, so I wouldn't touch them. Now I'm so excited because it works for me. So every day I come, I see the changes, I see the import, I see all these rules working for me. This is so powerful when you use like, resources and automations. And we talked about this on Monday, how I heard about this guy that have like a $30 million exit with one employee because he was able to.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, are your VAs feeling kind of like nervous because like a lot of their stuff is being automated away? But no, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you channel them into other things.
They are going to get replaced by Scaleinsights.
They are not nervous. They know that. Look, that's what I'm telling my VAs. I'm telling them, as long as you want to work with me, you will have work. Whether they're also, it's a concern. You sell the company, you're gonna have work. They're gonna have work. Like for sure.
I'm not gonna let you just kind of like go by on just saying you're gonna sell your company. Toma, you gotta give us the details. You can't just say I'm gonna sell my company and then you just leave it there. All right, give us the details. What is the multiplier? What's the multiplier, right? Who is the prospect, and what's your plans beyond this, right? Let's go into some details over here.
Sure. So,
if you don't feel comfortable revealing some of the stuff, then it's fine,
No, he's gonna feel comfortable for sure.
Yeah.
Of course, as much as you're comfortable, right? Just kind of like walk us through the process. I'm sure many of our users over here, right? They're also wondering how does it work, right? Just walk us through whatever you feel comfortable.
Daniel has recently just sold as well. Maybe you can kind of share our experience as well,
Yeah.
So since really the beginning, after 3 or 4 months that I start selling on Amazon, it was like 3 years ago. I had this plan in mind: build the company so you can sell it easily. So we had SOPs, we had everything was really aligned with that goal. And last February, I didn't really plan to sell. I got approached with one of the new aggregators, and we got to continue. We shared like numbers and stuff, and they were really interested. I was less because numbers was really good. Anyway, we continued with talking and negotiating, and to a point that we actually agreed it was 4x on February,
Right.
which was pretty good. It was a little above the average. Now it's like more 5-6.
Yep.
And really last minute I backed out. I work with Yael Kabili from Fortunate. I don't know if you know her, guys. But she's really awesome, and she told me, look, Tomer, like every month you wait now, you possibly could earn like another 50 to 100K. So it's better for you to wait a few months, you utilize the good trend in your business, and then sell it. You're gonna get much more.
Right.
So I really took her advice, and we actually removed a lot of ASINs that are not that profitable. We really focused on having a cleaner catalog, improving the numbers. With their help, really looking on, okay, what you should look at. They came from a different angle and say, look, your tacos is high, or your margins are too low. Try to improve those. And now to a point that actually, like in 30 minutes, I have a meeting with them just to really prepare presentation, because we're gonna prepare the presentation, and then on really hopefully January 1st we go to market, and hopefully all these aggregators will fight on that business, and I can really maximize the sell. I do have another seller account, another brand that I'm really passionate about. It's in the toys category for for kids, and I'm very, very passionate about and excited, and I want to really focus on that brand, on doing YouTube. And I forgot to mention, but I also partnered with the logistic company, so now I'm also offering freight services to anyone that needs a freight, or even if they have a good freight forwarder and just get a quote. Or the good thing here is that I'm a seller, so I understand exactly how, like you guys, you're a sellers, you understand why and how things work with the PPC tool. So the same here. I want not just to help people with freight services only, but also give them the explanation and the strategy behind it. Look, you can't send now X amount of units, or send more units now. I think it's better for you, like inventory management kind of help and strategies.
The sales trend, right? Yeah, familiar with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I
what
kind of agree with you as well. It's good to diversify, like diversify your suppliers, diversify your freight forwarders, diversify. Don't put all the eggs in one basket.
Yeah, especially these days, what I would do, even these days, I have a quote, I send it to like 5-6 forwarders, get quotes, get to compare, it's very expensive now. So, and it's not just about the money, obviously, it's about the service and the trust. You send with people like, I don't know, like 10 containers, you will not know that you trust them, that your goods, and when things are good, it's all nice and okay. But when things are wrong, especially when logistics, that's when you know when it's a good freight forwarder or not.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, logistics, when things go wrong, then you know whether the person is good or bad. Yeah, I think we had our fair share of that matter, right? Yeah, I kind of wanted to, considering that you're about to head off to a meeting really, really soon.
And I wish you luck.
Yes, I wanted to just find out, okay, kind of like, what I would love to always ask our guests every single time is that, what would you have told yourself, right? Okay, now that you know everything about Amazon, right? PPC and anything under the sun, what would you have told yourself, okay, knowing what you know now when you first began? What advice would you have given your younger version, right? Okay, in terms of Amazon, in terms of anything, right? Yeah, just want to kind of like,
if it
sum
was
it up
one
in
thing,
terms of your philosophy.
Yeah, just go bigger, think bigger, because wherever you're pointing yourself, whatever you think, believe, like you can achieve, you're gonna get there. So the bigger you think, the bigger the bigger results you're gonna get, because our mind is so powerful, and it finds ways to get what we want, our subconscious mind. So think big, because if you think or dream too small, you're gonna get like small results. So if I would really look 3 years ago, I would definitely use more other people money, go like stronger, go bigger.
Right. So on that note, right, okay, Thomas, can you let our audience know how they can find you, right? Maybe just share a little bit about your YouTube channel, or where else they can reach you. You shared so many things, right? I think many of our audience would want to get in touch with you and find out more about what you have. What's the best place?
So I'm really passionate about Sourcing Monster. I do upload there a lot of content without really hidden agenda. I try to be very, very transparent with the audience. I'm not really trying to force people to buy like courses with like pushy sales techniques or stuff like that. Sharing content, giving value, knowing that when I provide all this value, it will help, the Amazon community, and in return, obviously, it will help me too. So really, just check Sourcing Monster. We also have a Facebook group, and the Facebook group that I'm trying to do it a little different. I'm trying to do it like a paid group for just $10 lifetime membership. Why?
Oh.
Because it creates more commitment.
Right.
I want serious people. I want people that take action, not lazy, not negative people, just people with good vibes that here to put the work and understand that success is not free. And that's what I'm trying to create, a community that help each other. So I don't care if we're gonna be 100 members only, but these 100 members are committed and they're there to help each other.
Awesome, right? I'll grab that link from you. I'll share on the page, share so that our users can do that, right?
I'd like to join that group, man. For $10 is dirt cheap.
Exactly, right.
Be part of it. Yeah.
All right. So Thomas, you mentioned you did a video for us on part 1 of how you actually maximize the use of Scaleinsights. I think you mentioned that you have something else installed, and what is that coming soon, right?
Yeah, so we have part 1. And by the way, I was actually pushing that with you guys. I was like, look guys, I have to make a video about it. This is what I did. and because I feel that it could help so many people, this tool. So
yes,
I'm so excited and happy to share this with everyone. And this is part 1, and actually today I'm going to record part 2. So tune into the channel. It's either going to be tomorrow or over the weekend available or live published. So you can really see what changed since I did part 1 to part 2, because a lot of things changed.
Right.
I mean, we are blessed that Thomas shared it so generously, right? You have intentions of keeping it to yourself, right? You mentioned initially, like on Monday when we talk about it, you say, no, this is a good tool and I want to keep it to myself.
I'm just wondering, what's this best Amazon PPC tool you mentioned about? What tool is that?
Oh, here's our good friend here, Tim Sanders.
Tim Sanders, I was actually part of his group. I think he's an awesome guy, and
he sounds like an awesome guy. I mean, I'd love to be able to chat with him. Right. So shout out if anybody knows Tim Sanders, right? Who came
Bring
up with
him
me
to our group and we'll have a chat with him.
I'll tell you what, Tim Sanders is like, he live in his own world, kind of. So he doesn't care about I think he's really focus oriented guy. And he doesn't really look outside, and he's only as his group, which is it's cool.
Right. Yeah. So maybe kind of like just to wrap things up. Okay. So Thomas covered quite a number of things today. In fact, in this video, I've gone through multiple times. Right, it's 25 minutes of just awesome content, also awesome step by step on how you can actually use Scaleinsights to automate your PPC campaigns. Right, and do look out for the video 2. And just before I forget, right, why did I subscribe? Okay, I'm on a different Chrome profile, right? That's why. Otherwise, I would subscribe. My main profile is subscribe. So go ahead, hit on the subscribe button, hit on the notification button, right? Okay, the second video will be coming up, right, in a couple of hours, right? I think by tomorrow, right? Okay, and that. All right. Okay, Thomas, really appreciate you having coming on to our show today. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Okay, and let's see, anything else we want to say to our audience before we kind of wrap up the day?
No, I just want to thank Thomas David for his time, and I will wish him luck later on for the meeting. Yeah.
Let's get the access up, right? More access.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's really a pleasure. I told you at the beginning, it's pleasure for me to be even around people like you. And you know, it's the people that you surround yourself with. So another tip is just surround yourself with good people. Scaleinsights, the group has amazing people there.
Oh, I totally
So
agree with that. Yeah.
it's definitely a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I think surrounding yourself with people, that can, help you, give you advice, right? Yeah, I
The
think
one
that's
to
awesome.
win, most importantly, and think big, right?
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for the
Thomas,
opportunity.
David, once again, thank you. Leslie, thank you. Right. And also for all of you who are here with us, thank you for spending your time over here. Right. This is one of many videos we'll be having. If you have perhaps some interest that you want to hop on the call with us, right? Something awesome you want to share, just want to get off your chest. All right. Okay. This could be the place that you can do it with us, right? Do a shout out
Let's
to
get in
us.
touch with me, man.
Yeah, get in touch with Leslie, right? Leslie, right? Okay, we'll make sure that you guys can come on board, right? So take care. See you, right? Okay, see you inside the Scaleinsights Facebook community, and keep on scaling, guys. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Now please, my friends, do me a favor and share this video with other people that might benefit from this video. It will help me grow the channel and I will really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.